welcome to my live reaction to Lady Gaga's new album, Mayhem. It came out today. It actually came out at midnight local time. Let me tell you, I have been dying, really showing my my control to not play this as soon as it came out and then all through my workday. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you all. I am a massive Lady Gaga fan. I've been a fan since high school, since her first album, really. I remember when I was in high school, I had a friend who was a massive fan of her before she really became famous and gave me like all of her unreleased music on a on an MP3 player. God, how old am I? And I just love her so much. And I feel like we have really been waiting for something big from her. She spent a lot of time doing movie tie-in albums. We're back home and we're back in her music era. I'm so excited. We've had some really good singles come out from this album already. Disease, Abracadabra, and strangely enough, Die With A Smile with Bruno Mars. I'm not sure how this one's gonna fit on the album, but I'm excited to go on that journey with you all today. Before we get started, yes, I am on the Ratchet headset again. I want no comment on it, okay? There is progress happening on getting a new headset. It's just not happened just yet. So unfortunately, these absolutely feral deliciousness that's going on my ears, we're gonna just have to put up with it. It's literally just the fake leathers come off of it, okay, everyone? It just shows that they were well loved. But anyway, that's what we got. That's what we're working with. Okay, obviously we've already heard Disease and Abracadabra, but we're gonna be listening to them today anyway because I want to have like a full, you know, album listening experience for all of you. Okay, I hope you're all excited. Let's get into it. It's so good, isn't it? It feels both like new Gaga, new Gaga, and like traditional Gaga. It's giving kind of that like, there's just something about her voice that feels so classic. And I just love it so much. It's so good. It's so good. And the music video for this goes unnecessarily hard, like actually crazy. Oh. Oh, I loved that. Oh, that song is so good. I love that like aggression in her voice throughout the song, especially toward that final chorus. It's just so gritty. I love it. She has such a powerful voice. I think she does it best when she's absolutely belting it. And she was absolutely belting it. Let's move on to our track 2, Abracadabra, which is, I would say, just as soon as I heard it, I was like, this is a drag queen song. Like, if there was ever a drag queen song, this is it. And then, like, first thing I saw on TikTok was Plastic Tiara doing a transition to it. Yeah. And guess what it ate? Yeah. So let's give it a listen and just bask in the glory of it. Yeah. It's so good. Oh. Just imagine lip syncing for your life to this. There's something about this that feels like Bloody Mary, like when the sped up version was going viral on TikTok. It kind of feels like she went, the bitches love that. Let's make a song that's just like that. It's just so Gaga. Do you know what I mean? Me. Yes, a song by Lady Gaga is so Gaga that, yep. But it's like exactly what my ears need. I love this bit. There's something kind of like country about it. Like if country was done on synth. It's such a like fun callback. I think what's so fun about Lady Gaga's music is that not only does she do these kind of like big clubby synth music songs, she also just dabbles with a lot of different styles of music, and it's just, she just like fits herself in anywhere and just slays. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like she's really like playing with that with this song. Do you hear this is like Bloody Mary? That haunting kind of voice. This is like if she was in American Horror Story being the Countess and slayed even harder. Do you know what I mean? Goes without saying, that song's incredible. This is so fun for me. I feel like listening to this and like having gone back through her discography over the last few days, I'm really remembering like all these little bits and bobs of her career. And like I brought up American Horror Story. I believe that was her first acting role. And I remember when everyone was like, hey, what are we doing here? She doesn't know how to act. And then she slayed really hard and she kind of never got her flowers for it. And I'm thinking about it now because then she went on to do things like A Star Is Born. And hey, she won awards for that. She's really good at everything she does. She's just an incredible talent. And I was also thinking, you know, I've heard so many people that have been like, hey, she was doing something crazy and different at the time of the Fame when that came out. In a way, yes. Like she was doing something visually interesting that I think people weren't really dabbling with in kind of mainstream. So I do agree with that. But in terms of her sound, I just recently re-listened to Gwen Stefani's debut album. And I gotta say, The Fame and Love Angel Music Baby, they sound really similar. And I would say that Gaga's voice sounds a lot like Gwen Stefani's voice. Maybe I'm being a bit out of pocket there. But like, we already kind of had Lady Gaga-ish, but didn't have Lady Gaga so good until Gaga came along. How do I tell you all I'm a really big fan of Lady Gaga? I'm trying to prove myself to you. I just love her so much. Now we're up to the third song, which is called Garden of Eden, which is famed YouTuber, Melbourne YouTuber Mike's favorite song from the album so far. So I've got high hopes for it, let's just say. Oh. Oh! That was the Run for Judas. I just realized in my head I was like, oh, and then I went, hold on a minute. Judas. Oh, that was one thing in my re-listen. Sorry, I'm just excited, okay? One thing in my re-listen of Born This Way was I noticed that nearly every song, it might even be every song, has an element of the song Born This Way in it. There's an element of like one of the production pieces that it gets kind of chopped and changed and made into its own thing for a new song. That was what I got when I was listening to Born This Way. So I think it's fun that I heard that sound and I went, hey, that's a little bit of Judas right there. I love hearing that stuff. Oh my God. It's sounding amazing right now. Oh! That wow, 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 wow sound is so stinky. It's so stinky. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, oh. Oh, she sounds so good, doesn't she? Oh, oh, oh. The reverb fart sound. That was so fun. That's definitely going to be one that's going to grow on me, I feel. I feel like I'm enjoying it in the moment, but it's not like above my experience with like Abracadabra, which I feel like is a standout moment. But that was really, really good. Next up we have Perfect Celebrity. Ooh. Oh, interesting. It's like playing in another room and you're in the bathroom. This has such a driving in my car, looking listlessly out the window. I was thinking this has a kind of like James Bond vibe, but it's a bit more like club banger, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's get it. What did I say about her playing with different styles? She just fucking slays a kind of like rock sound. Like if she wanted to do that as a whole album, it would eat. I'm glad she doesn't though, because I don't love that kind of rock so much, but I love it as a little taste, a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? The Fame reference. The Fame reference. Oh, it's so good. I just had a thought. And I don't like the thought that I had. I really don't like it. Take that thought back. This to me sounds a lot like Robbie Williams, like his heyday. Come on, 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 come on. Let me entertain you. It's just because this style of music is not something that I'm like super familiar with, but I appreciate it. And she sounds really good. But it did give me a little bit Robbie Williams. Not that fucking monkey piece of shit. I can't move on. I can't move past the Robbie Williams thing. And now it's all I can hear. Ah, that's gonna piss me off. I'm so sad. Because that song, like I wasn't expecting it. In a way I was, because like I said on her previous albums, she's had a lot of fun playing with lots of different styles. But now I'm sad because I was really vibing. I was like getting into it, and then all of a sudden Robbie Williams passes through my mind and I'm like, no. Why would you do that to me, Robbie? Oh, golly, golly. All right, well, now that that song's been sufficiently ruined for me by myself, let's move on to Vanish Into You. Please no more Robbie Williams. I'm begging, pleading, crawling on the floor, dying. Oh! Yeah, give me ABBA. This is gonna be my favorite song, for sure. Oh. Oh, I love it. Oh, it goes exactly where you want it to go. It just eats, doesn't it? Oh. It's got such fun production. There's like so many little bits and bobs that you just wouldn't think to add to a song like this. It's like Gaga is putting on different personas in a way. And I feel like the kind of split looking cover might have given that away. Maybe she's playing with that Gaga-ifying different genres. I'm loving this so much. We're only halfway. Also, by the way, there is not a short song on this album. Everything is a sweet 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes. Music is so back. No more 2-minute songs. I've had enough of it. 3 and up. Let's get it, you know? So good. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it just gave me chills. Oh, what a perfect song that was. Gaga. Oh, I hope the bitches are eating that one. Ah, that was so fun. Next up, we have Killah featuring Gesaffelstein. Listen, I can't read at the best of times. So let's just listen to this song. Killah. It's so groovy. You know what? This sounds like a Spyro world theme. This is so good. Oh! I will say, now that we've heard two songs that I would say are very different to Disease and Abracadabra, I can really easily see how it gets to Die With A Smile with Bruno Mars. We've had a kind of 70s, 80s pop ABBA style, and now we've got a like funky little moment here. These kind of flow really easily onto where we eventually end up with Die With A Smile, which is like a power ballad. I'm seeing the vision. It does make me think that like Disease and Abracadabra almost don't fit on the album so far, which is a bit crazy. But everything is really, like, the quality of sound in this is really good. Except for Perfect Celebrity. Let's not talk about that. Robbie Williams Monkey. Robbie Williams Monkey. Robbie Williams Monkey. That bit right there was Little Elvis Jones.
Rock and roll surprise for Land and Grace, a little baby boy in a guitar case.
What's happening to my references? That was very... Oh, that was so fun. Now it's turned into Crash Bandicoot. Yeah! Oh. Yes, Little Elvis Jones. That song was great. She's just having fun. You know what I mean? This feels so creative. Oh, Lady Gaga is so back. Really not what I was expecting this album to be. When I am given clues about an album, I don't think very clearly at all. When I heard Disease for the first time, I was sure, especially from kind of the aesthetics that she has been playing with, that we were going to get a lot of songs like Disease. I don't know why I was thinking that though, because that was it's definitely Gaga sounding, but these songs, these last few songs, that's Gaga. That's Gaga when she's just having a fun time and creating magic. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I loved that. I'm so sorry for all my references. They won't stop. So I'm sorry, but they're happening. No, it's time we all got used to that. Okay, let's listen to Zombieboy. Zombieboy. What did I just fucking say before? What did I just fucking say? I said Lady Gaga, when she brought out the Fame, sounded a lot like Gwen Stefani. What did the first 2 seconds of that song? A few times I've been around that track, but it's not gonna have been like that. That was Holla Back Girl. Okay, sorry, start that again. We're about to be up all night, waking up a zombie. So put your paws on over me, you zombie boy, you zombie boy. Oh. Guys, I'm about to have a full-blown crisis. We are 12 seconds into the song and I have so many emotions just happened all at once. I love it. That it's so good. It adds so much to the song. And I ain't no holla back girl, ain't no holla back girl. It's so fun. Yep. That was everything to me. That was everything to me. Whoa. Whoa that I literally brought up Gwen Stefani. Whoa that we had a holla back girl. Whoa. I'm so glad I said it now. I'm so glad I let that little thought train happen out loud. Wow. Oh my god, what a good song. Vanish Into You and Zombieboy, definitely my favorites. Vanish Into You is so ABBA, and ABBA is like consistently in my top 5 artists that I listen to. But that was so fun. I guess that also had a kind of ABBA feel, but it was just kind of that more that like 70s disco sound. We're in the second half of the album. We're at LoveDrug, our track 8. Yep. Classic Gaga. That kind of like staccato sound that she does with the way that she delivers the words, that is just so Gaga. Like, I don't hear people doing it like that. This song feels a bit mid, a bit of a mid, like, yes, it's quite literally the middle of the album. Yeah, but like in sound, it's not really giving a moment. And sometimes on Gaga's albums, there is a song or two like that. Okay, they can't all be hits. They can't all be Zombieboy. Do you know what I mean? It's just fine so far. It sounds good, but like, I'm not like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not got that special sauce. After some stellar songs, bit womp womp. Do you know what I mean? But still good quality. Next song we have is How Bad You Want Me. How bad you want me? I don't know why I think it needs to be said like that. Maybe it's the U spelled with just the letter U. Oh. The good girl in your dreams. Oh, give it to me, Gaga. This feels very Reputation. Hold on. Did she say he likes the fat girl that I got in me? I don't think she did. She says, you like the bad girl I got in me. Why did that sound to me like she said, you like the fat girl I got in me? That might have been projection on my part. Let's hear it again. Guys, be for real. She adds a F on that B. I'll believe you, genius lyrics, but my ears heard fat. This is so Taylor Swift. This is so Taylor Swift Reputation. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about, like, yes, production-wise for Reputation would have more of a trap, like, beat. But in terms of what she's doing with her voice, and certainly the rest of the production, it feels very gorgeous. It feels like Gorgeous from Reputation. Maybe I'm reaching, but that's what the kind of vibe I'm hearing. No, it does sound like that. I need Taylor to cover this song immediately. That's just my thoughts and feelings on it. Taylor, if I can like look you in the eye and request one thing of you, it's gonna be, can you please cover How Bad Do You Want Me from Lady Gaga's Mayhem album today? Even if just for me, because I feel like that's gonna be a moment. You can't tell me that's not a Taylor kind of sound. Do you know what I'm saying? I love it. So good. Ah. You love a good girl fat. That's definitely not what she's saying, but to me, that is what she's saying. Next up, we have track 10, Don't Call Tonight. Okay, I won't. Oh! This is so good. Oh! I love her voice so much. That her voice is just so incredible. Like, it really goes without saying because, like, truly on every song that she's ever sung, her voice sounds amazing. But sometimes she just does something and I'm like, yep. And she's doing that right now. Oh, yeah. Daft Punk. What's the Julian Casablancas Daft Punk song? Instant Crush. That's what that reminded me of. That was so fun. Her voice really carried that song. I would say it was kind of, in a way, a bit samey, but it was still fun the whole way through. Certainly, if I'm not sitting and really listening to it, I wouldn't notice that. Oh, that was so good. And her voice is just crazy so good. Oh, the whole time I was just like, yes! Next up, we have track 11, Shadow of a Man. Let's listen to it. Na 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 na. A little bit of Baby Gaga. Oh, we are so back. Oh, it's like Michael Jackson. What's the Michael Jackson song that says something about a man? Man in the Mirror? Is that what I'm thinking of? Oh, she's really eaten. She's really eaten it all up. Yeah. Yeah. This is so Michael Jackson. Shadow of a Man. That song was so good. I had said Don't Call Tonight was getting a little bit repetitive. Still good, but a little bit repetitive. And she brought it right back. She said 2 songs that I would say are missing a little bit of the special sauce. This song had like oodles of special sauce. It was so good. So funky and fun. Like I said before, I am really seeing how eventually we will get to Die With A Smile. We've got 2 more songs that I've never listened to. Our next one here is The Beast. Kind of how I'm feeling after hearing that You Want a Fat Girl. And remember who else did? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, Gwen Stefani. Yeah. Guys. Guys. The synths in the back are so good. This has such a like 80s vampire core kind of vibe to it. This feels very American Horror Story, hotel, countess vibe. Do you feel me? She has such a full voice soaring over the synths. I'm eaten. That was really confusing me the first time I heard it. Hearing the first one, she did, and then I was like, where the fuck are we going with this song? Interesting. I hope that for the last one she does her inside and holds it like really high. That's my hope. Please let it happen, Gaga. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There's still time. In my humble opinion, what I wanted to happen would have been way cooler. I wanted to hear it. I'm in the beast. And I want to hear inside. Like really, but powerful, you know, her voice, not my. In terms of like vocal performance, really good. In terms of song I'll pick up on the everyday, probably not. But it's not a bad song by any means. Just, yeah, not really for me necessarily, especially because I wanted it to be different. Next up, the last song that we haven't heard before is Blade of Grass, our track 13. Let's get it.
Lovers kiss in a garden made of thorns.
This sounds like Foolish Games by Jewel. These foolish games are tearing me apart. That's where this was starting. Let's start it again.
Lovers kiss in a garden made of thorns.
Are you hearing it? It might be the same key.
You said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? Come on and wrap that blade of grass
Oh,
around my finger like a cast. 'Cause even though the church burned down, I'll be your queen without a crown.
I've got tingles everywhere.
So lonely in this field, but in a battle with no shield. Wrap that blade of grass and we'll make it last.
I love that. That is so beautiful.
Forever's not enough.
Different key? Where are we going? That was beautiful. Yeah, bitch. Oh, yeah. I don't normally love slower songs. I think traditionally with a lot of these album reactions, I'm a bit like, yeah, with the slower songs. And often I have this thing that I call back of the album treatment that a lot of artists gives to, you know, songs toward the end of the album where they're just kind of like, it feels like they're tacked on. That song not in any way felt back of the album. Maybe The Beast, maybe, but Blade of Grass, definitely not. If we didn't have Die With A Smile on this, that would have been the perfect way to end the album. That was a great song, so full of emotion, so full of powerful singing, just stunning. I really liked that song, really, really liked it. All right, let's finish this reaction off with a listen to Die With A Smile that already has 2 billion listens. Damn. I knew that Bruno and Lady Gaga had flown to the top listened artist chart, and it's all to do with this song. So let's fucking get it. This song, to me, is a real Bruno song, rather than a Lady Gaga song.
Just woke up from a dream.
Like, he just sounds so natural on this.
Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. And die with a smile.
It's so beautiful. Ah, I love her voice so much. 8. Does it fit on the album? Sound-wise, yes. But the fact that it feels like it's Bruno's song rather than Gaga's song, I don't know. Maybe because it starts with him. Maybe if she had done the first verse instead and they swapped them, I might think differently, but it definitely feels like she's featuring on his song. I mean, say what you will about that, but it's a great song. I think it's really understandable why it became so popular. But overall, my experience with Mayhem, fabulous. Just fabulous. I will say none of the aesthetic really matches what's going on with her. The kind of split photography and all that, it's very grunge looking, and there was only like one song that was very grunge, but in terms of like keeping the look the same with her albums, like having a kind of visual theme, I think it makes sense when you look at like Mayhem, Born This Way, Fame Monster and stuff like that. Chromatica is quite colorful, but yeah, in terms of those albums where it's like pretty well a close-up of her face, it fits in with those. So yeah, personally, maybe, I don't know, because Die With A Smile is even like the aesthetic of that single cover doesn't really match with the rest of the aesthetic of the album either, like sound-wise. So I don't know, if it was me, how would I style her? I think I'd style her maybe a little bit more glam, but thinking more like 70s, 80s glam would be my thought, rather than a kind of shaggy haircut with like minimal makeup. But overall, I really loved it. Certainly the first half of the album felt very nostalgic in its sound, and then the second half of the album felt nostalgic, but in like how she loves to have fun with what she's doing. Like her albums have that real, she just enjoys the craft of making music. And that's just what I love about her as an artist. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'd love to know what you all thought of the album. I definitely need some time to like really consume that album. I'm sure there's going to be songs that are going up in my like favorites. As far as my favorite song on there, it's probably Zombieboy. Zombieboy and Vanish Into You are my favorites for sure. How Bad Do You Want Me? Like I said, Taylor Swift, I need you to cover that. That's gonna be a requirement. I need that to happen. And Blade of Grass, that was a crazy, like, I wasn't expecting to love that song so much. Out of the singles, Abracadabra is my favorite. That's for sure. I love that song so much. It's so fun. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you're healthy. I hope that you're hydrated. And I will see you all next time. Bye!